what are some effective tools that you've used or, seen used since all of this happened to really get rich consumer insights and continue to drive the learning forward? Because I think a lot of questions that we often get or hear is, we love in person and we can't do it right now. And what do? We can't get rich learning if we're not sitting in someone's home. So I would love for you all to comment on sort of what you are seeing as the most interesting tools or strategies for getting at what you're believing to be really rich consumer insights while we're in a virtual world.
In a large CPG company, which I'm sure Megan or Kristen can attest to, sometimes you have lots of data at your disposal, all the data. And it can be analysis, like paralysis by analysis sometimes, right? And so in this environment, we are being forced to, I think, make decisions faster with, I think, less information, but deeper, richer information. So a lot of things that we would normally have done in person, like let's, have an in-store learning experiment, or we are intercepting shoppers or something at a shelf, we can no longer do that. So how can we bring that experience online, right? How can we have, how can we conduct ethnographies or ethnographies with people virtually like this, as opposed to sitting in their homes? How can we get very quick, quantitatively sound learning on concepts or new products without having to conduct a 3 or 4 week study? Our partnership with Garage Group, I think, introduced us to some great tools to help us do that a lot faster, but I'd say that's really how the attitude has shifted.
That's great. Have you felt like the insights that you're seeing in that world match up to what it is that the team was doing previously?
Heck yes. Like, I don't want to go back to the old way. Like, why? I almost didn't say heck, but like, why spend tens of thousands of dollars on a study that's going to take you 5-6 weeks when you can reach your, a subset of your target consumer that's going to give you their undivided attention for a couple hours and answer some questions overnight, right? Like, it doesn't mean that you're shortchanging the learning in any way. It's just a different way of working. And I think this environment has forced us to accept a different way and actually evaluate that it can be just as valuable and just as rich and information that is just as reliable for us to make decisions as some of the more tried and true methods that are sometimes more comfortable for us to rely on.